Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another quick slime video. And here we have a highly requested unit, Hinata. Now, let's first take a look at her ultimate, because it is the same as what we have already seen in-game, but it's a good chance to, take another look at it. So let me pull it over real fast. Okay, so that is her ultimate, Disintegration. It is a single target light attack. So we have a new single target light damage dealer for the light team. Shuna is also a light damage unit, and Gazel is a physical damage unit. So makes her very good for the Orc of Disaster conquest stage, because the Orc of Disaster is weak against magic attacks. So very good addition. But what does Hinata do? Is she worth the summon? Because if you guys didn't watch my summon stream, it got real rough for me. And when I say real rough, I mean like that was legitimately awful. And I actually had to get up and leave for a little bit. So if you haven't watched that, go watch my summon stream and you will understand why. But moving on, we have pulled her. I did not pull a dupe. I just fed in some extra rainbow shards that I had to get her trait. So let's go over what she does. Her attack stat it's kind of low, but that doesn't make or break the unit, because she brings a lot more to the table than just having a low attack stat. So we won't dwell on that. She does use a sword, so just like Gazel, just like the Shizu, now Hinata, light meta is using 6-star light swords apparently, so make of that what you will. Her skills. So the first skill increases all allies' defense by 37% at level 7. It goes up to 40% for 1 turn. So right off the bat, I mean, that is one of the highest defensive boosts that we have seen on a unit. Normally we see, 15, 25%. Space Rimuru does 25% for 2 turns. So, you're dropping down a turn, but you're almost doubling the defensive boost that you're getting with Hinata. And it is for everyone, so it's not just her. So it's very useful, and it only costs 15 points. So does it go lower than that? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Sorry. Sometimes I get lost in skill point costs. A lot of people know that. So 40% 1 turn, but that's not all. She also increases her own attribute resistance by 20% for 3 turns. Now, if you are familiar with the Hinata conquest fight at all, you will recognize this skill, because on turn 2 or 3, Hinata buffs herself with the entire rainbow of typings, and so you do less damage because she has higher resistance against every single typing of unit. That is that is what this Hinata does. So on top of having the defensive boost by 40%, you're also taking 20% less damage from, just about every enemy in the game, minus the ads who are type neutral. And those die relatively quickly, so it's not really that important. But against big fights, you're taking 20% less damage. You've got your defense boosted by 40%. She is a solid tank. And then if you include that with Soka, who gives you the 80% guard rate, you're really not taking a lot of damage. And then, if you do take damage, then you've got the Shizu to heal you up by 50%, something like that? Yeah. So definitely very useful. in a defensive player's skill set and team. But her real value comes from her second skill, and she is the second unit to do this now. She is a double orb changer, but she changes 1 blue and 1 green into 2 oranges. Now, if you don't have Valentine from the Wind meta, Valentine does the same thing, but instead of, 2 oranges, she makes 2 greens, so she changes a blue and an orange into greens. Well, Hinata now does this for the orange skill, which is great because I have been asking for another kind of double orb changer that does the 1 and 1 into 2. It's a very powerful skill because sometimes you want to have a 6-card hand or you have a 5-card hand and you have 2 other skills and you don't want to waste one of your orb changes on just 1 orb when it changes 2, and it's kind of a waste. But with this skill, it allows you to, negate that choice and be like, okay, we're going to change both of them, and now I have a full 6-card hand. I mean, you can use this not just on the light team, but you can use this everywhere. And because her second skill boosts everyone's defense, she's not relegated to just being an orb changer and get out. I mean, she brings value to every team, to every unit. So you could use her on the dark team, you could use her on the space team, changing some oranges, getting ults faster, boosting your defense if you're about to take a hit, and then getting her out of there. These skills are very good across a variety of different game modes and a variety of different teams. And on top of changing those orbs, she also increases the amount of alt gauge you get up to 5%. Well, 5% for a maximum of 100. Now, I'm going to make a separate video that shows how much 100% on 1 orange will actually give you. I mean, realistically, it'll give you double, but I want to test it. I tested it with the green orbs on their maximum damage. The gauge increase will be interesting to see as well. It's just an informational video, but moving on. It's interesting. And because we have the new Soka Protector who reduces the cost of skills after you use them, you can pretty much, it's a lot easier to spam these 2 skills because they're always going to cost 15 and 30 if you play your cards right. So, should you summon for this unit? I would say it's a 50-50 shot. I personally find value in her, so I would summon for her. People who are a little more hesitant, who don't have, a good light team, you don't need to have a light team to bring Hinata on, because she can buff your other teams with the defense and the orb changing, so she's valuable everywhere. If you're still kind of hesitant, I mean, we still have at least 1 more new unit coming out for the light meta, probably next week, if not the week after, if they do a skip week, which I'll be very grateful for. Maybe wait, hold on to your crystals, see what the new unit does, and then kind of weigh your options. Do you need the Protector and do you need Shizu more? Do you need Hinata more for your teams, or do you need whatever unit is coming? That's a very smart play. These banners are up all month, so it's not like you're going to lose out or anything. So, but in my personal opinion, I think she's very useful. As much as I hate how long it took me to get her, I'm glad I pulled her, because I have used her quite a bit now, and I'll have, a couple different videos going up with her in multiple different scenarios, and I was fairly impressed with what she can do. So, I recommend that you summon, but again, maybe the smarter play would probably be to wait until all 3 banners are out before you start spending all your crystals. But that's it from me, guys. Let me know in the comments if you did summon for her. Please, for the love of God, tell me someone got more shafted than me so I can feel better about myself. But take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later.